And welcome back to Cigar Time, your favorite TV show all about premium cigars.
Is it their favorite?
Their favorite.
It
Welcome
should
back,
be.
everybody.
It should be. It should be their favorite. That's exactly right. So
If you know anything about anything, this is your favorite show.
that's exactly right. Welcome back. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
Fantastic.
Good.
Ate too much, drank too much, smoked too much.
I don't get that last bite.
No. There's no such thing as eating too much, drinking too much,
That's it.
or smoking.
That's true. That's true.
Did a lot of grandfatherly type stuff.
Did you? That's cool. That's fun.
I did. I shipped them all out of the house. Wife and I went out to dinner. We had a great time.
Did you? Where'd you go?
Maggio.
Oh, nice. What kind of Thanksgiving did they have there? Were you
They-
able
they
to
was
get turkey and stuff?
Oh yeah. They gave you a choice between ham and turkey.
Right.
So we got both because you each get to have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
house, right. You get two sides, so we each got two sides,
Right.
and the third course also two picks. So we had broccoli, sweet potato mash, ravioli, rigatoni with the vodka sauce,
Right.
That's very traditional
Plus-
Thanksgiving food.
plus the turkey and the ham and chef salad and the Caesar salad.
Mhm.
And
You got family style?
yeah, and we
Nice.
and the guys said, "Do you want me to pack?" I said, "If it's still on the table, you pack it up."
Yeah.
I walked out with two big bags
Oh,
of
yeah.
leftovers. We didn't. That's all we ate all weekend.
Yeah.
Or Thursday into Friday, and a little bit on Saturday.
I love Maggiano's, man. That place is awesome.
And the food was great. The
Yes.
service was excellent.
Yeah.
The server we had was very good.
Yeah.
And you got a big pitcher of their homemade sangria.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. And I only could drink half of it. That's how big the damn thing was.
Wow. It's
It
got to
was
be huge.
Very tasty.
But I love Maggiano's, especially when you eat the family style. They
Yeah.
just keep bringing food until you say stop.
Yep.
And then, whatever, like you said, whatever's left, you just pack up and take it with you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, there was a lot of people walking.
And
out
you
with
can
two
order it
shopping
that way
bags.
too. Like if the appetizers, you can order a whole thing of appetizers, and just to go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's a nice place too.
It is a nice place.
Yeah.
It's close to you. It's like, what, you walk there?
No, God, no. That would require effort. Screw that.
No, because it's literally like a mile from your house.
Going there would be no problem. I used
Getting
to get
home
in the
would be
back of the
interesting.
wheelchair and just wheel her down there.
Yeah.
But now we got in the car.
All right. Today we are smoking the new Don Pepin, the E.R.H.
It's a short name for a cigar with a very long story.
Okay, what is the story?
Well, when Don Pepin first came out of Cuba, he set himself up with a little tiny factory in Calle Ocho in Miami.
Okay.
And that factory was called El Rey de los Habanos.
Right.
And that was the name of the company, that was the name of the factory, and that was the name of their brand of cigars.
Okay.
And then, of course, all of the things we know that happened to Don Pepin happened.
Right.
He moved his operation to Nicaragua, he became gigantic, he's got his farms, he's got multiple factories, the company is My Father, not
Right.
But he wanted to go back to that brand.
Okay.
Since it was literally the very first thing he ever made outside of Cuba.
Okay.
The E.R.H on this stands for El Rey de los Habanos.
Right.
However, it's a completely new blend and a completely new look. I think the look is
Yeah,
excellent.
it's really cool. This is a TAA cigar.
It is this year. They expect it to be regular production next year.
Okay, right. That's what I thought.
The blend is actually pretty straightforward, although the wrapper is interesting. It's an Ecuador Sumatra Rosado Oscuro. So it's not actually a Maduro,
Right.
it's a really dark natural.
It's a beautiful wrapper.
It
It's a little.
looks,
It's a little rough.
it looks oily.
Yeah.
The veins are not thick.
They're not thick, but it still looks a little rough. It's beautiful though.
Yeah,
It really is.
gorgeous.
and with the red band on the dark leaf, it looks really good.
It works beautiful.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it looks beautiful in the box.
Hmm.
The filler and binder are all Nicaraguan, a mix of 3 different regions, Condega, Yalapa, and Estella.
Okay. Very nice. We got these in last week. Yeah. Or not? No, not. Yeah, last week.
Late last week?
Yeah, late. Yeah, because I had one here last Wednesday.
I'll be honest with you, this is the 5th one I've smoked.
Fifth.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you like them.
Not at all. I was doing my community service to protect the citizens of this fine area.
Hmm.
By smoking 5 cigars.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I do that twice a day.
Yeah, you've cut back. You're only down to 10 a day now, aren't you?
Yeah,
But still one at 1 o'clock in the morning.
absolutely.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was doing something, and next thing I know, I looked at the clock. It's like 10 after 1. I'm like, I should text Paul and see if he's up.
In a way, that's my most important cigar of the day.
Oh, it's
Because it's totally about relaxation.
Yes,
I am not
absolutely.
doing anything else when I'm having that cigar.
right. I understand that. It's like when I walk my dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just walking my dog, minding my own business, cleaning up after his, and.
But I'm not even doing that much. I'm sitting on my ass looking at the stars.
Yeah. Well, I do that afterwards because my dog George, he doesn't. He does not like the cold weather.
So he gets done
So
and
he
wants
go-
to go home.
He goes in, or we go out, and he does his business, and then he just basically sprints back into the house, and I'm stuck with I lit a cigar. So now I'm starting to smoke, Robustos,
Mm-hmm.
but it's even at that, he's
He's done before you are.
10 minutes, he's out there, that's it. So I have a cigar left, so I go out and sit on the bench and smoke the cigar, and it's very relaxing, like you said, looking at the stars,
Mm-hmm.
all that.
It's the best.
It's awesome.
That's why my first cigar of the day,
Mm-hmm.
I light it up before I walk out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Cup of coffee, driving to work. The rest of the people on the road should be happy.
Yeah.
Keeps me from doing things I shouldn't. The law says I shouldn't.
You feel a little off there.
Yes, a good cigar can be a cure for road rage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't smoke in my car anymore. I used to. It just got too dirty.
Yeah.
So you always got to clean the inside of the windows
Well,
all
that's
the
the
time.
good thing about having grandchildren living with you.
Yeah.
Yo, dude,
Sure
want to
is.
make $5? Go vacuum the car out.
Yeah. There you go.
And I've got to the point where the one kid does it all the time, and he's really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not worried about him not getting any creases or around the driver's seat.
Oh, nice. Good.
Is anything going on in the industry? I haven't heard any.
The only thing I got, really, a bunch of companies are making new releases coming out soon. H. Upman, Henry Clay, Christoph, Les Fines. Yeah, something like that. It's spelled Fines. L.H. Cigars. Yeah, whoever that is. Opus. And
The world needs
Principal
another
Ship
Opus.
Boys.
The what?
Principal Ship Boys brand.
Principal.
Volume 1.
Mm.
So they're all the new releases coming out from
The
companies.
Henry Clay is
Warhawk.
the new
Warhawk.
Warhawk. Yeah. I'm excited to try that one.
Yeah.
It's a Maduro. It's called the Warhawk Rebellion.
Yep. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
that too, because I really like the regular
So do
one,
I. It's a nice creamy cigar.
with just a little kick.
Right. It's very nice, and I'm excited to try the Maduro version, Rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
This is a surprising cigar. It does not start with the smack in your face pepper that you expect from Don Pepin.
not at
Now,
all.
having smoked a few of these already,
Mhm.
I would say 2 out of the 5 that I smoked started off peppery and then finished the way the others started. Yeah,
You sure you
I-
smoked it the right way?
Yes, I had the band in the proper position, looking the other way. But I got the same flavor,
Just in a different sequence.
just in a different sequence.
That's
We've
interesting.
had that come up a couple times recently.
Yeah, and I'm the one that keeps popping it up. It keeps happening to me. Not that I'm complaining about it.
No.
It's kind of interesting. You get a little different start each
I
time.
Yeah.
would say,
So it's not the same cigar every time.
mechanically speaking, that has to be a result of where they put the extra pieces of
Right.
leaf
Yeah.
as they're bunching the
Yeah.
cigar.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time.
But it's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. You still get the same flavor.
You get everything you wanted.
Yeah, the same profile that they were looking for, I'm getting.
Right.
It's just that it just comes in a different order sometimes. That's kind of weird.
It's like smoking a new cigar every time.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah.
every time. You
Well-
get 2 different cigars for the price of
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, really.
Um,
But outside of that, I find it typically Nicaraguan with the pepper. But it's just a much mellower
Don Pepin.
Don Pepin
Yeah.
than you're used to. I mean, the My Father line, which is what I usually smoke,
mhm.
that, full on.
Always a
pepper,
pepper bomb.
bit of a stronger cigar than most,
Yes.
which is what I typically smoke in that line.
Mhm.
But I found this to be really great, and I found it to be really good with Thanksgiving dinner.
Which do you like better? Do you like the Don Pepin original line, or do you like the Jaime Garcia? Because the Jaime Garcia is pretty full body.
Yeah, well, there's the couple of boxes that are Jaime Garcias that we sell,
Yeah.
and then there's the My Father line.
Right.
I typically smoke the My Father.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jaime Garcia, I find to be a little too strong for me.
What?
And that's saying something.
It is. It is a strong cigar, man.
It
It's,
is.
it's a kick-ass.
If you really want to, wake up the taste buds, first
Yeah.
thing in the morning, have that.
Yeah.
But make sure you got something on your stomach.
Yeah.
Always a good idea.
Yeah.
I always have something on my stomach.
Yeah.
More stomach.
Yeah. I don't get that. A lot of people, I know a lot of people like Mike Dixon. You know Mike Dixon.
Sure.
He smokes the most powerful cigar as soon as he gets up. Like first cigar of the day is the strongest cigar he smokes of the day.
I don't do it all the time, but I typically do that too.
Really? I can't
I
do
like that.
I can't do that.
And I mellow out as the day goes.
Maybe I'm just a wuss. I don't know.
No,
But
so the first thing I want to do is I get a cup of regular coffee, so I got caffeine, and I smoke a strong cigar. You get the heart started.
yeah, I can't do that.
Otherwise, you might as well stay in bed.
And at the end of the day, you want to mellow out because you don't want your heart going bah, 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 when you're trying to sleep.
Yeah, I get that. But I start off with a mild cigar in the morning to ease me into the day. That's what I do. So. And the rest of the day, it doesn't matter. I smoke everything. So.
By the way, for any cigar, but for a Don Pepin in particular, the price on this is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh
The Toro that we're smoking is 9 and change, like $9.60,
This one's
and the Gordo is $10.60.
I was just gonna say, really,
To be exact, 940 and 1040.
Excuse me, I wanted to put it
Say
at
So it's
20
even
cents.
cheaper.
20 cents cheaper.
It's 20 cents cheaper.
What a deal.
Nice. That's good. What kind of flavors are you getting?
Right off the bat, I got cream and a little bit of nuts and a really light bit of pepper
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning.
I think this one spoke about the same for me too.
I'm not getting any pepper at all. I'm getting the creaminess. I'm just getting a toasty note to it.
It's a real palate coated.
Yeah.
It's like all over the mouth.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting the little bit of nuts also.
I know you guys are already full of nuts.
That's right. That's why I chuckled.
You know I take the bait, right?
So, Moose, you were talking earlier about some legislation, not here, but
Well, I do have some legislation that one state's
Oh,
trying to
okay.
do.
What is that?
In the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I called it something else.
Yeah.
is looking to totally ban tobacco. Totally. And that bill's supposed to be introduced next year.
Well, it might get introduced, but it ain't going
It's not
anywhere.
going anywhere.
Somebody wanted to look like a hero, so they said it. But
Yeah.
so what?
Totally ban tobacco.
Yep.
Do they realize that
There would be
tobacco?
riots in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Tobacco, well, for one thing, I mean, they smoked all the time back in the Revolutionary era in Massachusetts.
It was from the very beginning America's gold.
Yes,
When people came here to look for gold, they got tobacco.
yes, exactly.
And the other two things are from the international level. France is jacking the prices up for tax reasons. On tobacco, gambling, and soda.
Tobacco, gambling, sounds like Philadelphia.
Yeah, really, yeah. But that's all, they're not banning anything, they're just jacking the price up. England, on the other hand, is looking to ban tobacco use further. You can't do it near schools, hospitals, and some other venue.
Near.
Yeah, you can't go near them.
How did they
And
define?
they-
Yeah, what's
Did they
near?
define near?
No, they didn't. No, it wasn't in the story. They're also dealing with plain packaging, like
Oh.
Canada does.
Right.
And there's a few other odds and ends that say there's more to come, so to speak. I mean, you know, poor Winston Churchill's probably rolling over in his grave. with
Yeah,
this one.
exactly.
But yeah, what it's gonna come down to is,
Maybe it was government buildings? Was it government buildings?
could be, yeah. The only place you could smoke outdoors, and this is, if it does go through, will be outdoor pubs and outdoor bars.
Well, you know you're not stopping it at the pubs.
Yeah, that's it. But
Who goes to a pub in England?
Nobody, they're empty.
Right.
But
So the outside
yeah,
seating areas.
yeah,
But it rains in England all the time.
Well, presumably they have a tent.
or an awning or something like that. Now, none of these have actually come to fruition yet, but
They
it is
just
something
proposed legislation.
well, they have what they call readings in there. And the government gets together all the ministers and all that stuff.
Right.
Sit
In
there.
Parliament.
Yeah, in Parliament. It's passed the second reading. Now, it goes to committee, if any changes, and when the changes are made, they have another reading to let everybody know what the changes were, and then it goes to vote. So right now, it's gone through the two readings and it's going to committee.
I like the idea of having readings, so it's not like these 900-page laws that have stuff in it that the guys voting on it don't even know is in there.
Yeah.
Because they can't read it. It's
Well,
too long.
if
It's too
there
long.
was a
Like
public
Obamacare.
reading of every law before they voted on it
Mhm.
in detail,
Mhm.
I think that would be really good.
I agree. I mean, everything that comes out of legislation now is minimum like 300 pages worth of stuff.
And it's always
For
got
every
stuff
law.
buried in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
pork barrel stuff.
Yeah. And
As long as my district gets a new bridge for this certain road, I'll vote for it and put it in the bill.
yeah, it's stupid stuff. But look at the Declaration of Independence. It's one page. It's a one-page document.
Constitution was a little longer.
A little bit, but not much. I mean, it keeps getting longer.
Yes.
But the Bill of Rights, it's one page.
That's because the House of Representatives and the Senate keep voting themselves special privileges so
Yes.
they can't be arrested for what they do.
Yeah. Exactly.
You look at it, seriously, I've been studying it, and they actually do that.
Yes.
They cannot be touched.
Well, that's what happens with like insider trading. That's why they
Yeah.
can do it. They
Yeah.
wrote it that they're allowed to do it because they can. That's just wrong,
Mhm.
And hence why the swamp needs to be empty.
and that's why that new Doge thing is going to be awesome.
What's Doge?
Department
Doge is-
of Government.
It's a new government
Agency.
agency.
It's the one Elon Musk is heading
Oh.
along with somebody else.
The Department
Robert
of
Swami.
Government Efficiency.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
It doesn't seem very efficient because there's two people running it. So, it's not
So
very
right away they made.
But no, but those two guys are gonna.
Well, and Musk has some other things
Those two
to
guys
do.
don't need the salary.
They're not.
No.
They're not taking a
They're
salary.
not taking
They're doing
the
it for
salary.
free.
It's
But
not-
Musk also has other things to do, so
Yeah.
they need the other guy
Yeah.
when he can't be.
But what I like about it is everything is going to be public. They are going to list every item that they're getting rid of. Like, I saw one that was they sent what was it? Almost $1 billion. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't $1 billion. Was it? I forget if it was $1 billion to. No, it was $500 million. I'm sorry, $500 million to Afghanistan to study to do gender studies. Why? Seriously, why? $500 million. And yes, and yesterday or the day before, Biden is giving Ukraine another $1 billion, where we have people in North Carolina who still don't have houses, but they're getting $1 billion. Why is that? I don't understand. You don't help the people of this country before you help others. If you're in a plane and your plane's going down, you have to put your own mask on before you help somebody else.
That's the rule.
That's the rule. Help yourself. Don't do this giving away billions of dollars. They're just trying to screw Trump over.
They're trying to get World War III started before Trump.
Before,
gets
yeah,
in.
exactly. So that's just ridiculous. But that we really got off topic there. But
It happens once in a
it
while.
happens. But it just makes my blood boil, man. Some of the shit that goes through the swamp. The swamp. It's exactly what it is. And he's going to get rid. They're going to get rid of all of that, and they're ending the department on July 4th, 2026. They said they're going to do all of that, making all the cuts, and that by January 4th or July 4th, 2026. So,
I thought I just read something that Biden was trying to put in new contracts for many government workers that would guarantee them employment throughout the Trump administration.
no, that can't happen.
That's what he's trying to do.
Well, he can try all he wants. He can't do that. Even if he does it through executive order, it can't be because Trump can just undo the executive order.
Rescind it, yeah.
Yeah. He can't do that.
Can you do pardons?
No, he can't undo pardons. I guess there is someone who's above the law. No one's looking at him. Anyway.
Okay, I say enough politics
Enough
for today.
politics. But Massachusetts trying to ban tobacco altogether. Do they realize how much money they are going to lose?
Well, you know,
In
I
taxes?
think most people in Massachusetts, certainly cigar people, but probably cigarette people too, go over to New Hampshire to buy their stuff.
Well,
Because the taxes are very high in Massachusetts and very low in New Hampshire. So
that's smart.
So the state might not lose a whole lot of revenue because they're not getting it now. And that might be their thinking, but what is the value of banning all tobacco?
No.
The people that want to smoke are going to smoke one way or another because it's what they want to do.
That's true. But unlike alcohol, like when they tried to do prohibition, you can't smell that on somebody. Well, you can smell it if you get close enough to their breath. But like if somebody's smoking, you know someone's smoking.
There's no speakeasy
Yeah.
where you can hide the fact.
Right. You know, I mean, you're outside. I smoke my cigar outside, and,
And people know.
People know. You know, they come. You know, I see them like 10 minutes later, and they say, "Oh, I can smell your cigar." I'm like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. And then, or they said 90% of them, I should say 99% of them say it smells good.
Well,
So, what were you gonna say?
I've read a little further on it. it's not a complete out and out ban. They're gonna pick an age. It could be 2004, 2005, depending on when it goes in.
But they're not allowed
Excuse
to
me.
smoke.
That anybody born after that date did not purchase tobacco, period,
Ever.
ever.
Even when they get older.
Yes.
That's just ridiculous.
And, which puts a big burden on merchants.
Well, imagine all the people running out to get IDs that show them to be younger than they are.
Oh,
instead
yeah,
of older.
it'll be a big market.
No, you'd want to
It's
be
also-
older.
You'd want to be older?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Because
also
it's-
one of the 10 highest states in their tax rate on cigars.
What is their tax rate?
It doesn't say.
That's all.
I think it's in the 40s.
And they're one of only 2 states that successfully banned some flavored tobacco products.
Well, in California.
Yeah.
Are you on HFS?
Yes.
HFS shows you what the tax rates are for every state. They have a section that shows you the rates on cigars.
Well, they're in the top 10, so that's bad enough.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So. I know I saw-
Different car brands get popular, and I think it was Porsche who went, or VW went and hired some Porsche designers and PR people, and now VW is so popular. I
Yeah.
think tobacco needs to hire whoever the PR people is for pot.
Yeah. Right?
So this
Yeah,
all,
they seem to be pretty good.
Yeah.
this all started in Brookline, Mass. They passed a ban from anyone under the born after July or January 1st of 2000 from purchasing any alcohol or any
Tobacco.
tobacco products and e-cigarettes in the town.
Born after 2000.
So you know what happens? You just move. You move. You leave. You just leave the state. Then we'll see what happens. People just en masse
Like
just
in
leave. Like in California, they've lost so many people. Yeah. And you know what? If you don't like it, move there. You don't like the,
The
people
smoke.
smoking tobacco and move to Massachusetts. Go right ahead. I think that's what they should do. Half and half.
Have smoking states and non-smoking states.
Yeah. And see which one people go to.
Gee, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Well, we know Pennsylvania will always be a smoking
Oh,
state.
absolutely. We
No
grow
matter
here. Yeah, absolutely. We're one of the only states that don't even have a tax on it.
Right.
So, which is good.
This has got to be the mellowest, smoothest
Mm-hmm.
Don Pepin cigar I've had.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else in their portfolio that's like this.
No.
No, it's a totally different cigar for
Yeah.
anything in the portfolio.
The little
It's a
bit of
complete
pepper
departure.
that I was getting at the beginning actually is gone right now. And I'm getting 2 things, cream and cedar.
I'm getting both of those also. I'm still getting a toasty, like a burnt wood taste.
More like you were right, toast.
Toast, yeah.
It's not wood, it's like toast.
Yeah.
And cedar and cream.
Yeah.
What could be bad?
No, nothing. The only thing that's missing is the chocolate. And you would think it would be good with Nicaragua tobacco.
Well, you got time.
I got time. Exactly right. So, yeah, they're going to lose a ton of money if they ban tobacco. That's just crazy.
Has anybody seen a movie worth watching lately?
I saw my brother and I went to see Gladiator 2, being the second one. It's an okay movie. Doesn't even compare to the first one. It's not even close. And it seems like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, and maybe I was expecting more, so whatever came out was just less. It seemed to me like Denzel Washington just like phoned it in.
That's unusual for
It
him.
is. It is. I don't know, but he plays a. 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 He plays horrible person. But yeah.
Well, that's unusual for him too.
Yeah. Well, no, Training Day.
Well, that's
he was pretty horrible on that.
but that's the exception.
Yeah. It was a great movie, man.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that was a great movie. And he plays a bad guy really well.
He actually does.
So, but he wasn't bad. It turns out that he was bad at the end.
Oh, come on! I want to go in fresh.
But yeah, okay. I'm not telling you what happens, but I'm just saying.
I was watching the Thanksgiving Day parade,
Why?
and it was on TV, and they had Al Roker talking to Idina Menzel. Is that her name? That was in the original Wicked.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, and it's so nice you make a cameo in the movie." She goes, "I'm not sure you were supposed to say that. It's supposed to be a surprise." Oops.
Yeah,
Whoops.
I have no idea. Well, I don't get the premise of that movie.
I have no
I
idea.
think
what
it's a
the story
prequel
is.
to The Wizard of Oz.
It's what?
A
A
prequel
prequel to The Wizard of Oz. Talks about what happens to the Wicked Witch of the West
to
before.
make her witch.
To make her wicked?
Yeah.
Is it a musical?
Yes.
There are no musicals. Won't watch a musical. There's only a few musicals I watch. Damn Yankees, Fiddler on the Roof, Godspell, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Absolutely.
So anything pre-1980.
Basically, yeah. Basically, although Rent was pretty good.
Rent was excellent, yes.
I'd say anything pre-Cats. That's when the world came to an end.
Yeah.
Although we can't watch Hamilton in my house anymore because my daughter, I think she's got every single word memorized. She
Why?
breaks out in song.
Why?
She even does the accents.
Oh, God.
Is it historically correct?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they sing everything. And rap stuff, not, it's more hip hop and that kind of stuff.
And he dies in it too?
Yep.
Okay. Gets
Whoop.
shot by Aaron Burr?
Yes.
You know, if you go back in history, they were singing a lot of rap back then.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the important politicians, like Hamilton, were very into rap music.
Why did they do that for Hamilton?
It was, what's the,
Raphael.
Yeah, I don't care about him.
but
But
he,
it
he
was
was the
his
one,
vision.
he did it. He created it, did all the music.
Alexander Hamilton was a horrible person. I'm just saying.
As bad as
Politically.
Denzel Washington.
No, he wasn't. No, it's not Training Day bad. Not Training Day bad.
Okay.
But a lot of his stuff was not good. A lot of stuff that he did was not good.
Well, didn't he do
But
the
Aaron
Treasury?
Burr was pretty bad. Yeah, he was the first treasurer of the United States, Secretary of the Treasury.
Did he do anything bad in that capacity? Or was it
Kind of, just
not
underhand.
much?
He did a lot of underhanded stuff. I just saw a whole documentary about it. About the whole. It was actually about the whole Hamilton Burr thing.
Was it a musical?
It was not a music. It was not a musical. No.
They couldn't find a harpsichord.
Yeah, but he wasn't a. He did a lot of underhanded stuff. But okay.
The only two movie musicals I like
Mm-hmm.
are Across the Universe, which is all Beatles music, but it's a story
Mm-hmm.
unrelated to mostly unrelated to the Beatles, but they just use Beatles lyrics as the script,
Okay.
which is really interesting and
Mhm.
cool. And the other one, it's a weird movie, Moulin Rouge.
Oh yeah.
But as
For obvious reasons.
as musicals go,
Okay.
I thought it was okay.
I saw one about rock group Queen.
A musical.
A
about
musical about Queen. It was really good. I mean, obviously,
it?
if you like
Queen
if
music,
you like
yeah.
Queen music, yeah, it was really good. It was like done in a dystopian world. Like everything's going to hell,
Except
yeah.
except Queen.
You mean last week?
It was pretty good actually. It was like a post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic musical.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's
actually.
different.
Yeah, and it was done with all Queen music, and it was excellent. I thought it was really good.
Okay.
But yeah, but musicals, I don't know.
Give me a drama.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, you know what? That's why when I was a kid, I was growing up and I wanted to be an actor. I couldn't do that in high school because all we had were musicals. And I'm
Right.
like, I'm not doing that crap. So then when I got older, you know, I went to school for it and did that, and I did a bunch of theater, and none of it was musicals. Because trust me, you don't want to hear me sing. But
We've heard you in the bathroom.
I was in
And the
high
acoustics
school
don't help.
I was in the high school play, but I lasted one performance.
why?
Because we were doing the Scarlet Letter,
Okay,
and I was one of the guards at the jail,
okay.
and I just busted into a laughing fit, and I couldn't stop.
Oh my God! So I kicked you
And
out.
it was like an intensely dramatic moment, and I'm just laughing my ass off. So at the end of the show, they said,
Please don't
no
go back.
no more.
Don't go back. But you know what?
You're not meant to do this.
That's what I like about theater. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen from moment to moment. Yes, there's a script. Yes, you know what you're doing, what's going to happen, what
But it's
should
live.
happen.
Things happen.
Exactly, things happen, and that's what I love about it. I love the whole. Like when I played football or baseball, I hated practice. I hate practice. But when I was doing theater, I loved rehearsal. I loved it. I thought it was the best part was just getting on stage is just a bundle of nerves. And I hate speaking in front of people. I just don't like it. But
Is that
in
where
theater,
you sit?
that's why I sit where I sit. You know, I don't want people talking to me.
Why you built a wall around yourself?
Basically, yeah. So, I love the rehearsal part of it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
doing things, why you do things, why you don't do things. I love the blocking. I love all of that part. Maybe I should have been a director. I don't know.
So-
Because I don't have to get up there on stage.
I have a question that anybody who talks to an actor always asks.
Yeah.
How do you remember the lines?
It's just something you have. I don't know. Just going
It's just
through
there.
it. I knew one guy who would write the script. He would write his part out. And I could see where that would work. He wrote.
And writing it helps
Just
him remember it.
Writing it helped him remember, and
Okay.
he would just do it over and over. And he had pages and binders of him just writing his script out. Yeah.
If it works
There's-
for him. Hey.
Yeah. I don't know. I just remember. I don't know. I remember the first thing I did. It was funny. I was playing this one character, and I literally had to get up on a soapbox and belt out my lines. And I remember going in, and I'm thinking to myself before I went on stage, I'm like, "Don't forget your first line. Don't forget your first line." Right? So I go out, and I get up there, and I get on my soapbox,
And you don't have your
and I belted out my first line. I forgot my second line. Fuck! I'm like, oh my god! And I froze, and it looked like I it felt like I froze for like 5 minutes, but it was
a couple seconds.
it was only a few seconds, but it felt like forever. And I'm thinking, and then I just turned and I looked down and I saw someone, and I looked at her, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And then it just came back to me, and everything else was fine after that, because I had this whole, I opened up the play, and it was a big monologue that I had to do, and everything was fine after that. But I just remembered first line, and I ended up forgetting my second line. It was crazy, but you know,
What is the ultimate award in theater?
the Tony.
Tony?
Yeah.
My oldest grandson received what they call a cappy, which is the high school equivalent of a Tony.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
They have judges that come in and they actually come in and sit down and
That's
watch
cool.
the
I
play.
never heard of that.
Wow.
And then you have to do your lines in front of them.
Wow, I never heard of that either.
Yeah, it's the high school equivalent. of
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
What play? Did he win it for?
I can't remember. It was some weird
Was
name.
it a play or a musical?
That was a play.
Okay.
The school district that he's in, is
Yeah.
Upper Marion,
Yeah.
and they do 2 a year.
Mm-hmm.
One is a play and one is a musical.
Oh, nice.
So, and he does both. He does them all the time. And my other grandson's now doing the same thing.
That's cool.
So, people are always practicing their line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I keep throwing things in there to screw them up.
You know, I've never asked anybody to run lines with me. Ever.
That seems
I
like
just
that
do
would
it.
be fun.
It would be, but it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's distracting or not. I just memorize my lines. I just sit. I remember one time I was doing a play. I was working here, actually, and I was doing a play. And I was just memorizing lines. I was walking through the store, you know, reading the book. And
We
then,
all thought you were brain damaged because you kept talking to yourself.
you weren't here at the time. So,
And there didn't seem to be any context to what he was saying.
yeah.
And we thought that because he still acts that way.
So to answer your question, I have no idea how
Okay.
I memorize.
I just know that whenever anybody talks to
And
me,
and that's
I
what
ask that.
that's what I like about theater is that you have to know your lines. In movies, because I've done movies, and you don't have to. I mean, you have to know your lines, but you can always redo it. You can't do that in theater, man. You cannot do it in theater.
No redos, no takeovers, nothing like that.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot. Theater is a lot more fun than acting in a film. For me, anyway, because of all that, you don't know what's going to happen and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But whatever. Anyway, not that these people.
Well,
just
they
enjoy
might be
listening.
curious.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you find that the repetition of doing stage play wears on you?
No, because I'm always acting is all about choices, and I'm always doing the lines. Yeah, well, you have to say your lines, but I'm also doing it in different ways all the time.
Okay. So it stays fresh.
right, exactly.
Okay.
And it's fresh. It's fresh for you as an actor, but it's also fresh for the other actors also.
Right.
Because the biggest thing in acting is listening. Listening to what and listening and reacting to what other people are saying.
Not just sitting waiting for you
Right.
to line.
Right, exactly. It's not just saying, look over there. It's just the way you say it to the other person reacts to what you're saying. So if you do it different ways, they react in different ways.
Got
too.
it.
So it's
That's
fun.
cool.
It is good. Dude, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. But like I said, I like rehearsal. Like I should have maybe I should have been a director because I like that process of
Setting it all.
setting it up, and I like telling people what to do. So,
No.
so
Yeah, would have money.
yeah. So maybe I should have done that instead of being on the stage. So anyway, what else is going on? The Eagles are doing well.
Yeah.
Hey, side note,
Yeah.
this week in fantasy,
Yeah.
I won,
Oh, congratulations.
and I also scored the highest and most points in the league this week.
Did you?
Yes,
That'd be over 142, but that's how many points I have.
150.
Did you really?
Over,
Nice.
Over 150.
Nice.
Did
My
you have
highest-
Josh Allen this week?
Huh?
Do you have Josh Allen?
Uh-huh.
He had a
helps.
play. He got 2 touchdowns on the same play.
Yes, he did. He was given credit for 2 touchdowns.
Really?
He
On one
passed it
play.
to himself.
He threw the ball to Amande Cooper,
Yeah.
and Cooper got stopped from on the 2-yard line or 3-yard line. And
And
here
he
comes Allen. He tosses him the ball and he runs it in. for
Oh,
a
nice.
touchdown. So he got credit,
For the pass.
and because it was and
It was a completed pass,
Nice.
and it ended in a touchdown. So
Wow.
you got both.
That's awesome.
so he's the first quarterback in either a very long time or in NFL history since I can keep a track of this stuff to do pass for a touchdown, run for a touchdown, and another touchdown. He did 3 of them all in one game.
Wow,
and I can't remember what the third one was.
that's cool.
But he's the first one, the second one to do it.
All right, well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's switch to baseball.
Basketball has been very, very good to me.
Yeah, Chico Escuela. Very fun. Did you see they're trying to put a new role into baseball?
Oh, the golden card.
The golden batter.
The golden batter.
What does that mean?
That means that a manager can put somebody at bat, any player on the team, at any point in the game, once in the game. So that means if Bryce Harper isn't due up, let's say he batted the previous inning, and you get bases loaded, and he's not coming up for another 3 or 4
you
batters.
can put him
you
in
can put him in and
to
and
put
hit.
away the 3 younger.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
The way they talk about it, see, when let's say that they walk him to load
Yes.
the bases.
Exactly.
He can then come off first base and bat again.
So what do? Do you get? Let's say he hits a home run. Does he get 2 runs scored?
Yeah, I guess.
See, that's just. Stupid.
Although no, if you take him out as a pinch runner, and he bat, I don't know how they're going to do it.
They're not
I don't
going to
think-
do it. Because it's gonna be-
I
From
think
what
it's
I've heard,
crazy.
it's not been finalized.
No,
They're not
they
doing
just
it.
talked
Still-
about it.
They're still talking about it.
Yeah, Manfred
So
said
if he's
that.
on first base, he's like you say, he walks and makes the bases loaded. So you're going to say, okay, Bryce, we want you to hit again,
Right.
so he can come up and hit. So let's say he hits a home run. So now he gets 2 runs scored because he's
I'm not sure if he gets the run scored since it would technically be like a pinch runner.
no, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so new.
Things they have to work
But
out.
so then also conversely, what if he strikes out? Does he go back to first base
I don't know.
because they walked him?
I
No.
don't
This
know.
is a stupid rule, man.
I like some of the rules they can. I love the pitch clock, and the batter has to stay in the box.
I like that too. It speeds up
I
the game.
hate the ghost runner.
Ghost Runner's stupid.
Well, I think
also.
that's gone now.
Is it
I
good?
thought.
No,
Yeah.
well, actually, they're going to change it. I'm thinking they're talking about it for the meetings just over the winter.
Well, they didn't
They're
do
gonna-
it in the playoffs.
No, well, they're going to still do that, but the guy's not starting at second. He's going to start at first.
What I think they should do is they shouldn't do that at all, except for maybe like if it gets to the 12th inning. Don't do it for the 10th or the 11th, but in the 12th inning, then fine.
What's a ghost runner?
If you go into extra innings and somebody starts out at second base, the last person who made the out in the 9th inning goes out into second base and he starts there. So you
Okay.
have a ghost runner
Already on base.
already on base. You have a
Yeah.
runner on base already, so that they want to speed the game up, not speed the game up, but shorten the length of the game.
Okay.
And they do that every inning after that,
Okay.
which I think is stupid. I think they should do it. If they do it at all, start it in like
If
the
it runs
12th
too
inning.
long.
Right,
Yeah.
it starts getting out of hand. Do it, go to the 12th inning. I think would be better.
Well, I wouldn't mind if they're doing it in the 10th inning if the guy started at first. Having him start at second. You get if you're lucky, you get a speedy runner.
Yeah, but and I don't know why people don't do it. Why don't they just bunt him over to third, and now you have 2 chances to hit a fly ball, or you have a chance to hit a fly ball. You know what I'm saying? To get a sacrifice. But it hurts the home team because if the visiting team scores, now the home team has to score 2 runs to win, not 1 run. You know what I'm saying? And the visiting team only has to score 1. So that actually hurts the home team.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because they only have to score 1, whereas the home team has to score 2 runs to win the game. I don't like
Every
it.
the time they play the game, and I wouldn't have a ghost runner at all.
I think they should have bases loaded all the time.
And they should do it on their own merit by hitting the damn ball.
This golden hitter batter thing it's not gonna fly. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna.
And it's something they're discussing. We're not-
They should. You know what?
Some
These
fuss
people.
came up with it.
Some nerd came up with this because he played some video game, and that's what they did in the video game.
No, actually, it's being driven by the networks, trying to shorten the game up.
How's that shorten the game up?
I don't know, don't care, but that's what that's what's
Because there's
happening.
no guarantee that the guy's going to get a hit. I mean, you only get a hit or 3 times out of every 10 at bats. What
If you're good.
if you're an all-star, if you're a Hall of Famer? Yeah.
Remember, if you hit 333, you'll make the Hall of Fame if you hit it all the time.
If you get a
That's
hit,
one out of every 10.
one out of every 3 at bats.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a Hall of Famer. So what makes you think that this is going to speed the game up? That's just stupid.
I think they've sped up the game enough.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
The time clocks, I'm living
I like
with
the
that
time. I like the time clock. But although I do think they should modify it, they do it 15 seconds if there's nobody on base, and then 20 seconds if someone is on base.
Right.
I think it should do 20 seconds all the time, and not change it. So that's just me. But I don't know.
Well, the reason why they give them the 5 extra, like the man on first,
Yeah, because you can pick them all.
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to pick off moves.
but you only get so many chances to do that.
True.
You know, everybody makes fun of the Mets with the Bobby Bonilla deferred money. The Dodgers have $1 billion in deferred salary on their books.
Do they?
Yeah.
They can
I don't think
afford it.
anybody. I don't think anybody made fun of Bobby Bonilla for that. That's a
No,
genius
they
move.
made fun of the Mets for doing it.
Well, yes, because yeah,
They're paying
Because
the guy.
it's better for him than for them.
yeah, they're still paying him, aren't they?
Yep. I think he's got another like 8 years or something like that.
Oh, easy.
I think he gets like what, $1.9 million a year.
1.1 million a year.
Okay.
And the bad part for the Mets was originally it was the Wilpons did it to save like $3 million, some ridiculously low amount compared to what they're actually paying him,
Yeah.
because they were making so much money with Madoff.
Yes, I heard that.
It was free money.
Yeah, it was free money, and now you know,
Until it wasn't.
until it wasn't right. Exactly. I heard that. But that's a genius move, though.
Yeah.
So you're
I
getting
think they're
paid
gonna-
for not playing.
The next collective bargaining agreement is going to have to address that because the Dodgers have such a advantage now. You know, they're one of the few teams that are still owned by a board that are owned by a corporation as opposed to a person.
Yeah.
You know, the only
That's
other,
basically a line of credit. Is basically what it is. Eventually, it's got to come due.
Yep. And with Otani, the way they did it, it's after 10 years, and there's an IRS rule that if you're no longer in the country after 10 years, you owe no income tax. So he's going to get
He's going to move back.
He's going to get like $660 million tax-free and live in Japan.
Yeah.
You could probably live pretty well on $660 million in Japan.
I would say, I
You
would
can
venture to
s-
say anywhere.
Anywhere in the world. Yeah.
And if you can't, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Or something
Well,
else.
it might be tough in Dubai.
That's true. That's what you got to pay for a hamburger. But everybody there's a millionaire.
Plus.
Yeah, multi-millionaire.
It's the only country in the world where when your car is running out of gas, you just pull it over to the
You
side
buy
of the
new-
road and buy a new one.
car. Yeah.
Also, another interesting thing I saw in baseball, there's baseball cards. There's a card that Paul Skeens, the Rookie of the Year from the Pirates. It's a 1/1. It's got a patch in it, and it's got his autograph. And they're already saying the card's worth like $1 million. Well, the Pirates want to try to get it for him, but there's no telling where it is. It's in a box. It's almost like the golden ticket for
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yeah. So the Pirates have offered 30 years of season tickets
To whoever,
to whoever
finds it.
finds it.
Yeah,
Plus,
the problem is you got to watch the
The
Pirates.
Pirates, exactly.
No, you're thinking of it wrong. You get to watch the other teams that come in and beat the Pirates.
Well, that's always fun.
That's
And Paul Steen's girlfriend, who's a gymnast for LSU, I forgot her name, it just left my head. She's very, very, very attractive, has like, I don't know, 10 million people on social media. She also said if you give the card to him, you can come watch a game with me in my box.
Oh!
Which of course all the comments after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly what we were
Yeah,
doing.
that thread went right down the toilet, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. That's fine.
Uh,
All right.
Final comment.
Let's final thoughts on this and a number.
The flavors are not changed. They just come and go a little bit. I love this cigar. It's great. Give it a
Wow.
Holy
A
moly.
10 by Moose.
10. Yeah.
Woo. Okay.
Well, I also have found that the flavors did not change, and that's very different than the last time. I had one when they first came in.
Right.
And in that one, it started out mellow like this, and the pepper just built.
Mm-hmm.
So by the last third, it was a typical Nicaraguan powerhouse.
Right.
That never happened this time.
Mm-hmm.
But the flavors are so rich that it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
There's no pepper, there's no strength. There's just flavor and
Yes.
flavor and flavor.
Absolutely.
I give it a 9.75. I could smoke this all day long.
Yeah, this is a really good cigar. I'm not getting any pepper.
No more.
It's just a little, I get. Just a little.
Yeah,
Tiny tingle.
yeah. The last puff just gave me some pepper, but that was it. It's creamy. It's unbelievably smooth.
Did you do a retro hail on this? I didn't
No.
yet.
I think I did. I don't know.
No bite. Wow.
No, none at all.
That's one of the smoothest retro hails I've ever had.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I give this a 9.5. I think it's really good. That's the lowest score, 9.5.
9.5, 9.75, and 10.
Holy crap! So 9.75.
Apparently we like this cigar
Yeah.
a lot.
And
Not that it matters, but it's priced reasonably.
yeah, and it again, it's a TAA cigar for now.
So for now, you got to come to Cigars to get them
Yes.
if you're in this
Absolutely.
part of it.
And just to give the viewers an idea, they'll be getting them probably this weekend. They're in the
Yeah.
boxes ready to be
Ready
shipped.
to go. Nice.
We got first special
Yeah,
dispensation.
Horseshoe has it. Horseshoe has a bunch of them. No, I actually, I have some up in Quakertown. I have them up there.
It's a great cigar.
That's because I was here last week and I took them with me. So, yeah.
You know, when I was working in Freehold, that's what I always did. I'd come up here once a week,
Mhm.
and instead of letting anybody up here figure out what I needed,
You
I would
took
just
it?
come up and say, I need this, 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 and this. Take it.
Okay.
I like that much better.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah, this is a really, really good cigar. One of the best I've had in a long time.
And we get it in 3 sizes, a Robusto, a Toro, and a Toro.
And a Gordo.
Yeah, the one this way. I can't get over how smooth it is. And you're right,
It's
no
a
bite on-
tremendous departure
Yeah.
from his typical blending style.
I wonder who blended it. Did he blend it?
I'm sure he did.
Or he may have had a hand in it? But
Well, if you consider that it was a spin-off of his very first cigar,
yeah.
I don't think he would let anybody
Uh-huh.
else blend it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he followed it all the way through the process.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, it's a winner. That's for sure.
Chicken dinner.
No, I don't like chicken. Lobster.
And I smile every time he uses an Ecuadorian wrapper of any kind.
What, did you use the salad?
I was the first one to sell it.
Wow.
He was doing everything Nicaraguan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the first one to get him to try an Ecuadorian wrapper.
Very nice.
I'm glad I did.
Shame
He's
he
done a
doesn't-
lot of good stuff with Ecuadorian
Yeah.
wrappers since then.
Mhm.
Shame he doesn't do it anymore. Give it so-
Oh, that I don't.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's a shame.
So, all right, well,
Many of the things I don't do anymore are a
that's
shame.
That's well, thank you
Some
for
of them
watching.
were ashamed while you were doing them.
Yes, some of them I'm ashamed of.
Well,
Not
thank
in
you.
the cigar business, though.
Yeah, you know.
Only in my personal life.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, and if we can see through this cloud of smoke, man, there's a lot of smoke. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.
Smoke often and smoke happy.
Ciao for now, everybody.
Smoke them if you got them.